Welcome back, everybody. I wasn't originally planning on doing a main channel video on the Squib load that I had, but then I thought, hey, it's January 2021. There are, 8 to 10 million new gun owners out there in America who probably have no idea what the heck a Squib load is, and I just captured one on camera for everybody to see. So we are going to do a video about it today, just to let folks know what a Squib load is, what it looks like in a revolver, and it is different in a pistol. I've had one Squib load in a pistol. This was my first one in a revolver. And basically what a Squib load is when you fire the gun, the bullet does not exit the barrel. Now, it's dangerous, and you do need to know that you have a Squib load, because if you go to fire another round and there is a bullet still obstructing the barrel, that can damage the gun and even damage your hands in some cases. Typically, that will cause a failure that will absolutely catastrophically fail your gun, and you will not be able to use it after that. You're gonna have to send it in. But in a revolver here, it was a little bit different than it would be with a semi-automatic. With a semi-automatic, typically the slide doesn't move, or it doesn't move as much, so it's a very good indicator that you had an issue. However, with a revolver, as you guys are about to see in this particular case, I heard an ignition, and I just put on new sights, so I thought, in my head, I was like, maybe my hold's different with these new XS sights, and that's why I didn't hear the steel report. I went to pull the trigger again, and you guys are going to see what happened coming up next. But I did realize there was an issue before actually pulling the trigger again, so that is a good thing. So let's check it out there on the range. So what you guys just saw right there was a Squib load. That was an old Freedom Munitions 38 Special, and it did not want to play and did not go home. Very, very interesting. First time I've had one in a revolver. Just for what it's worth, what ends up happening and the feedback you get that tells you there's a problem is obviously click, no bang. But then you could see that the cylinder was harder than normal to rotate, so that's why I stopped. So I stopped pulling the trigger. And let me see if I have the case. I do. Case looks perfectly normal. Good primer strike. Very interesting. This probably won't be a super long video, but one other thing to point out is when you go to remove the actual bullet from the barrel, you want to do it with something that is not going to mar the rifling of your barrel itself. So I used a brass punch, which absolutely is way softer than the barrel that's on this revolver here, which of course is steel from Smith & Wesson. And you want to have that object, whatever it is, relatively close to the size of the actual barrel. Reason is you don't want flexing in it. If you get flexing in it, it can break, and that can just cause another issue that you don't want to have. Again, if you guys are new, or you know folks who are new to shooting, share the video with them, because this knowledge could prevent their gun from blowing up in their hands. Again, I've had 2 Squib loads in my entire life. I shoot a lot. I shoot a lot more than the average person. Most people out there will probably never have a Squib load, but I've had 2 now, so there is that. And those are the signs of them. Again, in a semi-auto, generally speaking, you'll think you had a malfunction because the slide will not reciprocate. In that revolver, with all the powder that was built up in there, that's what was causing the actual cylinder to not be able to turn, because the powder hadn't burnt up and it was stuck between the bullet and the actual cylinder itself. So that's what it looks like in a revolver. I learned one that day for sure, but again, in a semi, we explained what that is. Again, share this if you guys know new gun owners, let them know, just be aware of it. Again, it's probably never going to happen to the vast majority of people, but it can happen, and when it does, it helps if you know what actually just happened. You can save your gun and perhaps injury to your hand as well. So that's it, guys. If you're new here and you like what you saw, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Additionally, all of my major social media is up here on your screen. You can find us over at the Warrior Poet Society Network. That will be down below in the video description, links to that. They also have premium content, and I do have a 10% discount code down there if you guys want to check that out. Emails for daily deals is on your screen now, and then an email for just my content that I put out is up here on your screen now. So that's it, guys. That's all of my ranting. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Look forward to seeing everybody in the next video.